I look at it as sort of a waste of time, really. I used to work with some born-again Christians, and these guys were real jackasses. So I guess I got a bad taste in my mouth from that. But in general, I see it getting in the way of a lot of things, like the last call we had where, they had the Jewish couple, one side was Jewish, the other side was Episcopalian or whatever the hell they were, and they couldn't come together because of the religion. It just seems more divisive than anything else, It seems like there's a lot of wars and a lot of terrorism and a lot of, there's a lot of nonsense in the world that's based on this. There's a lot of good in the world that's based on it. It just seems like something that was cooked up to keep people busy.
Well, say you spend, how long does the average person live? 80 years?
Roughly. The average person?
Roughly.
Yes.
Yeah. Say you spend 80 years going through life, following all the rules and everything. When you die, you get to go to heaven for the rest of your life. If you just go your own way, you're going to go to hell, burn forever.
Right. That now, I'm with you on that one, Chad, but you're making one big assumption, which is there's a heaven and there's a hell.
Yeah, there is a heaven and there's a hell.
Well, now, I know it's talked about quite a bit.
Yeah, it's in the Bible.
Oh, well, it's in the Bible, yeah, but the Bible really talks about a lot of stuff,
Yeah, it's all true.
It's all true. All right. The Earth's 2,000 years old, and then someone does some carbon dating and finds out it's 10 billion years old, and there's a few holes. There's a few holes in the Bible, that's all. They need to clean it up. All right, well, listen, Chad, you're going to heaven, so enjoy. But here's the thing, Chad. Here's the question I have for you. If I knew I was going to heaven, I really believed it, and I knew it in my heart of hearts, I'd just go about my merry way laughing through life.
I would not. I'd be in a hurry.
I'd be in a hurry to die, quite frankly. But I would not be trying to convince other people that they need to come to heaven with me.
Dude, I want you to go to heaven. I don't want you to go to hell. Because hell is a terrible place.
Well, what do you figure hell's got in store for me? I mean, what is hell?
It's dark and it hurts. You burn.
Well, hold on. Now, dark. I don't mind dark. Like if you've been.
I like that.
Drew, when we travel, I use those eye shades.
Oh, I know. You love dark.
Okay, do you like...
The dark I like. I like dark. Okay,
just imagine pouring gasoline over yourself and burning, and your flesh coming back and burning all over again for the rest of your life.
So it's dark, except for I'm like a Roman candle.
You can't see anything at all.
But wait a minute. But, Chad, there's a hole in your logic already. If everyone is on fire, that place is going to be the lightest place there is. You're going to be able to see it from outer space.
You can't see anything.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if me and Hitler and the parking enforcement people... And like Gaddafi and Idi Amin, if we're all aflame, it's going to be so bright that it's going to be blinding. I couldn't imagine it'd be dark and have everyone on fire simultaneously.
Yeah, it'd be so bright that you'd be blind. You are now. You're blind right now.
I see what you're saying, Chad. It's like looking at the sun. It's so bright that you actually would go blind.
Yeah, I guess.
Because it's on fire. All right. Now that's coming together. So you're saying you're burning. To me, that's not a good thing. So that's it? You just burn? You just get constantly burned?
For the rest of your life. For eternity. And you're screaming forever. No water, nothing.
Well, let me ask you this, Chad. No, Drew, that's rough. Like when you're on fire and you can't even get like a sip. Just something that, you get that cotton mouth when you're on fire, Drew? You need just a rinse, like when you were playing Pop Warner football.
Sure.
But, Chad, I want to ask Chad something else. Are people, let's say Jesse James or Al Capone, or let's go back even further, like some of those Romans that crucified Jesus Christ. Have they been burning this whole time?
If they haven't asked Jesus in their heart, yeah, they have.
Oh, man. So, I mean, these guys, these horrible figures from the past, they've been burning the whole time. I mean, thousands of years.
Yes.
And what about like caveman days?
Yep.
But what if you didn't know what Jesus was? Are you still burning?
Yeah, they made sacrifices to God.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is millions of years ago with Cro-Magnon man, Is Cro-Magnon man burning next to me? Do I have a guy with like a protruding brow on fire next to me wearing a loincloth?
Maybe if he doesn't believe there's a God.
Well, yeah, but he didn't have a Bible.
He didn't talk.
He didn't talk. There's no
Adam and Eve. Adam was the first man. He knew there was a God. He talked to God.
Yeah, but this predates the Bible. For instance, this like Cro-Magnon man, you know.
Adam was the first man, son.
I'm just saying there wasn't hotels with the motels with the and stuff. All right, so everyone's burning. And what about the Jews? They burn?
If they don't believe that Jesus Christ is their personal Savior, yeah.
All right, and everyone else, the Taliban guys and everybody, Wiccans. Yeah. All right, there'll be a lot of folks. You say the majority of the planet is going to be burning alongside of me?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, that's rough.
So I just want to say to everyone out there, just read your Bible and believe that Jesus Christ is your personal Savior, and you're going to go to heaven. Yeah, I'm with you now, Chad. That sounds like a bad way to go. And Drew, the notion of burning and then reburning skin that you've already burnt off, that really sounds like cruel and unusual punishment, does it not?
Yes, it does.
The burning the first time around, all right.
Yeah.
I could see that. Oh, the Jews are going to be pissed. But imagine, Jews complain when the entree's cold. Imagine how they're going to complain when they're on fire. Who would complain more than a Jew on fire, Drew? And what about the Hasidim?
Oh,
those Jews are going to burn first, and they got those huge beards.
Oh my God!
They're going to go up like ZZ Top.
Yeah, but they got to grow them out and reburn them.
Chad wasn't clear on that.
So you want to ask?
Chad only said the flesh reburns. But what about those huge, big ZZ Top beards on the Hasidic Jews? Do those reburn?
Yeah, everything.
Reburns, the beards. Okay, also a lot of body hair on the Jewish women as well that's going to burn. All right, well, I'll just be with the Jews and the Taliban and the rest of the non-believers burning in hell. I'm going to have to get an ISDN line set up, though, because we got to continue doing the show.
Of course.
Here's how the show's going to go, Drew. We'll just sign up, and I'll just be going, ah!
I'm burning.
And then during the commercials, I'll complain about my family to Drew, and then we'll go back on the, No, I was in Baker, so I think I've been to hell.
Yeah.
It was 118 today. All right.
I'm not sure hell will be such a bad place for you, because Minka and all your buddies will be down there.
Yeah. But, getting a lap dance when you're on fire, Drew.
Might not work.
Yeah.
Especially when she's on fire, too. All right.
Yeah. All right. Well, Chad makes a very, very compelling argument for Christianity. Very compelling.
Okay.
All right, I'm glad we cleared that up, by the way, Drew.
Yeah, good times.
And we're going to take ourselves a little break. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, Drew. I'm just going to light my sock on fire just to see.
See what it feels like?
Yeah, well, here's my
You're going to work your way up. You're going to, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
You know when you get into a hot tub?
Yeah.
You don't dive in.
Right.
You sit on the edge, you put your feet in so you kind of acclimate, and then later you slide in.
Burn one sock.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to burn one sock so I can start getting used to my eternity in hell.
All right, good.
So what's your question?
Well, I have this weird-ass question. Since I was little, I go camping a lot to, like, the beach. And, like, ever since I had to use, like, public bathrooms, I wouldn't just sit on them, like, with my behind, skin.
Right.
Skin to the side, so I would just kneel on them. And ever since that, I would just...
Hold on a second. Kneel down, meaning you're sitting on your heels?
Yeah, like sitting on my heels. Like if you were crouching down.
Right. So on these toilets at the campsites, you put your shins on the toilet.
No, not my shins, my heels.
Oh, well, that's not kneeling. That's crouching.
Yeah, like crouching, yeah.
Wait a minute. Your heels? Hold on. Yeah. Are your heels on the ground?
No, they're on the toilet. They're on the bowl.
And you're facing outward.
Yeah.
And your shins then must be on the toilet seat.
Yeah, exactly.
Hold on a second. Didn't I say your shins were on the toilet seat 10 minutes ago? And he said, no, my heels are on the toilet seat. And then we took another lap around the park with this crappy crap story. Jesus Christ. All right, Eddie. So your shins are on the toilet, and you're kneeling.